a 1970s superhero crime noir adventure follows a retired soldier-turned-reporter who is given a coveted interview with a death row inmate. What he learns thrusts him into Atlanta's shadowy underworld, where he'll have to utilize his military training to survive being hunted for having information that could topple the most powerful ruling class in the city. This full-color graphic novel is available in hardcover, paperback, and pocketbook editions. Crowdfunding now through Dinales.com.
Look at that. We're live for another Joe Keen Adventure Hour. This is Saturday, June 6th, 2026. Hello to X Rumble BitChute. Hello to YouTube. Hello to Lurks and Bots. Hello to the chat. Hello to George.
Greetings, everybody.
You stream every night because the stories are real, but the news, they be fake.
Oh, yeah.
Let's start in with, be sure to get your copy of The Immortal Mask 200-page graphic novel on sale now on my website, Dinales.com, CriticalBlast.com, Amazon.com. Greatly appreciate every sales and every new customer.
Yep.
I keep hearing good things about them enjoying the book.
Yep.
Eric, Jessen, Trump's EPA Chief Lee Zeldin just moved to axe cruel dogs and animal testing permanently. Why would the Democrats oppose this? We announced 13 new approaches methods having the approval from our agencies, which allows us to continue the process of phasing out animal testing permanently, and we're excited to do it.
So during the first Trump administration, there were significant steps made at EPA to start a permanent phase out of animal testing. And then over the course of the Biden administration at EPA, that progress just stalled. What we did was resume that progress last year as soon as we came in, and we continue to implement this phase out of animal testing. And part of the process that EPA is responsible for is validating these new approach methods, the alternative ways of being able to assess, to research, to study without having to use animals. So this past week, we announced 13 new approach methods, having that approval from our agency, which allows us to continue that process of phasing out animal testing permanently. We're excited to do it. I've been active in this issue since I was a member of Congress. So many Americans, it doesn't matter, Republican, Democrat, Independent, blue state, red state, all across America. I would hope that we would all be sharing that goal of eliminating animal testing as much as possible, as quickly as we can.
Absolutely.
All right,
Yeah, no more Fauci it.
So that becomes a verb now?
You know, Fauci is the word for sickle.
Is it really?
Italian word for sickle.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so don't sickle this. Don't Fauci it. Only London, Richard Greer says he's deeply ashamed of the U.S. government for calling migrants aliens.
The guy's a useful idiot, man.
Well, you know, I remember that one story where he was in a movie with another actor, and he made an ultimatum. He said, either you fire that other actor or you fire me, because we won't be in the same picture. Guess who got fired?
He did.
Exactly.
Oh, that's fantastic.
What
was the movie? Do you remember?
Let's see. Lords of the Flat Bush.
What?
Yeah. 1974.
Holy smokes.
Because he was clashing with Sylvester Stallone.
Stallone. Yes.
And he was replaced by Perry King.
Oh, yeah. That guy was a good actor.
Yeah. So it tells you how bad he was on the project that the director's like, yeah, let me just fire you. It'll make my life easier. You know, I haven't seen a good Richard Gere movie since Pretty Woman.
I thought Officer and Gentleman was a good movie.
When was that? Was it before or after Pretty Woman?
I don't know. I just know him for that movie. That's it.
Yep.
I forgot all about Pretty Woman.
Yeah. So, Old Tunes live action reference used by animator for a cinematic sword fight in The Secret of Nim. National.
Oh, gee whiz. Are
Institute of
you
Mental
serious?
Health. Yeah. See? Let me just mute it. For fair use. See?
Oh, look at that.
That's why it was so good. They were
Well, that movie is what's it? Vikings, I believe. It's called Vikings.
Yeah.
Yeah, and in that scene, it's two brothers fighting each other.
Exactly.
And at the end, what's his name? Kirk Douglas is about to do the killing blow, but then he pauses because he knows Tony Curtis is his brother.
Yeah.
And but Tony Curtis did not know he was fighting his brother until after the death of Kirk Douglas's character.
Spoiler: George Stakes. No, I'm joking.
Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? The movie's like, what is it, the 1950s?
Yeah,
or 60s?
but you know, there's a lot of people born afterwards that never watched this film, unlike us.
All right, I won't spoil it.
You already spoiled it. It's such a freaking good movie. There you go. So there you go. See.
All right, cool.
Yeah. Just to shake it up. You know, we have to test YouTube. You know, always. We didn't test it enough. Why, George? Why am I testing the envelope again?
Uh-oh, something's coming up.
No, nothing's coming up. I'm just saying.
You're going to come up with a story, a story that will test the envelope.
I guess, you know, maybe not.
All right. Well, okay. So what's next?
All right. We'll just go down the line and we'll
hit it. In suspense.
We'll just hit it when we hit it.
You'll know it when we get to it.
Exactly. So this is from Liz Wilder. While Michael Caputo was working at the DOJ in 2025, U.S. Attorney Ed Martin approached him and said, "Hey, Mike, you had an open federal criminal investigation since the early 2021. And the office you're sitting in is the one that opened it. And the woman in the office next to you is likely the lawyer who's investigating you. And she's investigating you right now." I went over to that woman's office and I knocked on the door and she said, "Come on in." And I opened it and I looked at her and I said, "I told my guys on the phone, brown hair, glasses." He said, "Yeah." And I said, "Hi." I shut the door. "I was being investigated by the office that I've been assigned to by the President of the United States. Isn't that wild?" It continued for another 8 months. Michael R. Caputo. President Trump's thousands of people like Michael Caputo deserve restitution for Joe Biden political lawfare. Hey. You know what? That's a distraction for everybody else that he's been investigating. You know?
Well, you know what? All this investigating, and no one's making any money.
He is making money. Or they're making money. Or they're not making money.
Every time you get investigated, right?
Uh-huh.
There's no investment.
Mm-hmm.
It's just gatekept.
Oh. I see.
That's why I believe they call it invest.
Oh, they're
Gated.
investigating. They're investigating. They're gate investing. Insider paper breaking. U.S. bill seek to block H-1B to green card pathway. U.S. lawmaker move to end H-1B route to permanent residency. Yeah, we don't need these migrants here. They're not adding anything to the jobs. We need the Americans already here to get jobs. Colonel Town walk-ins correction to the Miami Herald. Illegal aliens are no longer welcome in colleges and adult education in the country they invade. You're welcome. Miami Herald. Undocumented students may no longer be welcome in Florida colleges and adult educations. They shouldn't be receiving those services in the first place if they're illegal aliens. Right? Or am I taking stupid pills? I'm taking some stupid pills. Colonel Town walk-ins. Dolet fits most of the attributes of a CIA front. Dr. Stormy Waters, U.S. Senator Dolet, why are you firing 1,000 U.S. workers and asking 2,500 H-1B visa? Explain yourself. CEO Star, I myself am a H-1B. Senator, here's your 25,000 visa, but no more after this. Fires 50,000 U.S. worker, outsource the job to India. Yeah.
Something's not going right here, is it?
Yeah. Financial sabotage. Concerned citizens, meanwhile, in New York City. New York is ours. Whatever brown people says, go now. The cops are going to come and whip your ass and keep you in jail all night. This is our city. Go back to whatever the F you came from. Wow, this clip is going viral as an American Uber passenger finds out about the Muslim takeover of New York City. They don't even hide it.
So I saw a video of a Muslim woman getting in a car.
Yes.
And it's a Muslim driver. He's got the music on.
Yeah.
And she says, "Can you turn off the music?" And he goes, "Why?" Because it's haram. Back in the days of Muhammad, there was no music. So he goes, "Oh, okay. So I'm gonna have to stop the car and kick you out." She goes, "Why?" Yeah. Because in the time of Muhammad, there was no taxis, so you can just wait for the camel to pick you up.
Huh.
It was a legit video because it was captured on the dash cam.
Dash cam, huh? You wonder why people say you can't have nice things. No, it's the same video.
Oh, okay.
Because you were talking about haram in the Uber driver, so that's what I'm saying. Is that you're getting psychological video clips? Why are they recording this? Why is the driver recording that? Why is the passenger recording that? Normal people don't record things, George.
We're not in a normal world.
Exactly. All right, David. Many has been asking me to describe the potential signature verification loophole for Los Angeles mail-in ballot. That said, if a voter is unable to sign, the voter can make a mark witnessed by one person. Here, the person drew a happy face and witnessed it with a scribble. That scribble isn't even validated as being a real person. No name, nothing. While a happy face may draw scrutiny, a plain line would not. This could hypothetically enable mass harvesting where the voter never fills out signs or even sees their own ballot. we should be told how many ballots shows up without a voter signature. So this is some of the things that they've been finding in California.
It's beautiful. All this corruption.
Whoa! Hi, Watha. Whoa! Yep. You're not saying hello? George?
Sorry, what was that?
Not saying hello?
Oh, hey, how's it going?
There you go. So yeah, so there you go. Do not print. Okay, smiley face. Smiley face. You're on Kodak camera. You know, it's only sad that people back in the 90s will probably figure that out. If you were from the 90s, you'll be fine out. Mario ZNA. The EU just decided that everyone should have an equal pay. Doctors, police officers, teachers could end up earning 2,000 to 2,500 euros a month. Meanwhile,
oh my gosh, are you kidding me? Are they gonna make it doctor a standard pay?
Mm-hmm.
It's not gonna last long. You know why?
Yeah.
The EU is in its final collapse.
Yeah, I know. But it's a step towards hey, equal pay. Oh, sorry, we can't equally pay you such a high price. We need to equally pay you 100 euros a month.
Yeah, we're giving you these awesome options. Oh wait, we're no longer exist.
Exactly. Bye. See ya. Pirate Nation! Microsoft is facing backlash after leaked internal documents reportedly include the phrase "make people addicted" as part of a strategy for AI assistant project. According to the report, the document outlined plans to build habits around the product and increase daily reliance on it. After the leak became public, Microsoft CEO Satya Nadella pushed back, saying making user addicted is absolutely non-gold, and that he not sure what this document is or who is writing and leaking this nonsense. The document reportedly identifies its author, adding to the backlash. Scout.
Sucks to be him.
Yeah. You know, all he probably sees is his stocks falling by 17%. Mr. Sunshine, baby, watch Donald Trump blast Mark Carney for speaking out of two sides of his mouth. All right, this is rich.
They're coming in from Germany. They're coming in from Japan. They're coming in from Canada. Canada treats you guys rough, you know? Canada, they put on big tariffs. We didn't meet them with tariffs. I took care of them my first term really strongly, and I am now, but Canada's been very rough. You find them rough to deal with? Yes, you're pretty rough. They're coming in.
You're pretty rough. Pretty rough, George. Stop being rough with our farmers.
I'm telling you, Canada's going to take over America pretty soon. You'll see.
Yep.
That's how tough we are.
Yes, super tough. You got that moose cavalry. Brian Cates, very concerning. So cattle are being smuggled over the border, not just humans and drugs. Imagine that. I wonder how much money the cartels are making from this particular criminal enterprise. Has anyone shown Secretary Rollins this? She already knows this. Because here's another question. Beef support, beefmaps.com. Screwworks is back in Texas, two calves, Zavalia County, June 3rd and June 5th. Beefmat.com traced his route before he arrived. Cartel control corridors, laundered cattle, fake ranch names, no USDA traceability. The Wildlife Conservation Society confirmed an outbreak's hotspot mere smuggling routes. We told you this was coming, and here it is. All right, if a civilian organization is able to map the route out to the United States, what is our government doing it in the first place?
They're doing nothing. They're allowing it to come in.
Yes. That's why your beef prices will go high in the next couple of months. Not only a man finished a $57 meal at an airport restaurant and tried to walk out without paying. He claimed a friend nearby would cover the bill, but the friend was nowhere to be found. Staff called officer after he refused to pay or provide ID or collateral. The man argued loudly, insisting that the staff had agreed to his story beforehand and demanded officers go find his friend and repeatedly talked over them while denying he was trying to dine and dash. Officers gave him multiple chances to settle up, and when he kept trying to leave and refused to cooperate, he was detained and arrested for theft. The restaurant chose to press charges. Outcome: he was taken into custody after the failed attempt. Here's the thing
so he ate the evidence.
Yeah, but here's the thing he doesn't take into consideration, George.
What?
It's an airport restaurant.
Oh, it's under different laws.
It's under federal laws, meaning he's in federal theft.
Oh, geez, that sucks.
That means that once he's convicted, he is forever barred to any airports in the country.
It sucks to be him. I hope that meal was pretty good.
$57 worth meal. He'll have to take the grade bus.
Well, $57 here in Canada will get you a BLT,
yeah,
and a half a coffee with no cream, no sugar.
That's $57 too much. That cream and sugar is worth it. Canada is cooked table salt. This is about us, and it's being brought forward by a Democrat. Congress.gov. H.R. 9162 to prohibit the entries into the United States of connected vehicle associated with foreign adversaries. You cannot make any product that is with a foreign adversary like China. Or maybe Canada, by that count. George, what say you?
I don't get it.
Okay. You don't have a car, so that's why you don't get it.
Yeah, it falls beyond my scope of understanding.
Holy smokes! Eric says FBI Director Kash Patel reveals 3 million pedophile accounts on the Tor network was taken down. I guess Tor isn't really secure if they were able to take them down. Plus a nearly 100% surge in child predator arrest. Now, it's already been investigating, and people are flipping and talking and pointing finger. 7,200 kids that we found that got to go home. 3,400 child predators and traffickers arrested. That's up 99% from the best year Biden ever had. That means kids are being protected at levels that are simply unheard of. And that means that this FBI, and here's another thing, we just didn't do the physical work on the street. We went to the cyber community, and we dismantled 3 million pedophile accounts off the Thor network where these predators prey on their kids, and they think they can hide from this FBI. They can't. We're going to go to the ends of the earth in the cyber realm to make sure our precious commodity kids are being safeguarded. Hey, George, when the internet is now being rerouted to SpaceX, and SpaceX is connected to Space Force and our military intelligence, I think it'll be easy to find all the bad guys. Would you not think?
Yeah, because everything is logged and cataloged and recorded and all that stuff.
So,
the NSA can figure all of that shit out, right? But they're so busy, getting blackmail on people that, they overlook at actual crimes.
Yep. The Calvin Coolidge Project report. McDonald's is planning to replace drive-through attendants with AI models named Archie. They were able to take 90% of the order without human interaction in a recent test, and they're preparing to roll it out for every McDonald's in the U.S. Welcome to McDonald's. I'm Archie. May I take your order? Yes, Archie. Are you going to give me the drive-through experience where you don't understand what I'm saying, and I get visibly frustrated? So by the time I get to the window, I'm frosty in the mouth, because then you're not able to take my payment because the Wi-Fi doesn't work that well, and I need to call the manager and having a person to come in to take my thing. And once I get the order, after waiting so much time, the order is actually wrong, and you gave me completely wrong items. Experience.
You know, if for whatever reason the Archie King starts singing "Sugar,"
that was for Archie. That was an Archie song.
Yep.
The first fake band to make it number one. What's the second one? Gorillas.
The monkeys.
No, Mikey was live action. Archie's were cartoons.
Oh.
Archie was the first fictional cartoon band to make number one. Gorillas was the second fictional cartoon band to make number one.
Who?
Gorillas.
Gorillas?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yeah, they're a fictional cartoon band.
Wow. I thought they were real.
No. I mean, real in the way that Batman's real. Discussing films, Paramount are preparing to sell some of their children's TV assets to secure EU approval for their Warner Brothers acquisition. The EU has heavily scrutinized the overlap between Nickelodeon and Cartoon Network.
You know, they really don't have to do any of that, right?
No, that's why I feel like this is retarded. They could just merge the two things together and call it something else.
No. I mean, they're doing this because of the EU, right?
Yeah.
The EU is no longer going to be an entity. What's the point?
That's why I said they could just merge it and just called it FU. Yeah. Welcome to Me FU. Annie TV. President Trump portrayed himself as Naruto in a official post via Truth Social. I'm going to clone Jitsu this. Watch. The orange the orange ninja is gonna bring the storm. He's trolling.
Duh.
No, he's trolling on so many levels because, Naruto, it's a loud brush. Yeah. Anyways. Colonel Talon Watkins says Canada's going full communist. You don't go full communist. You go partly communist. Robert De Niro, partly communist, not full communist. Tom Hanks, partly communist, not full communist. You don't want to be a Sean Penn. He went full communist. David J. Harrison, Canada just criminalized the Bible. Bill C-9 has passed the Senate, removing key religious protection and opening the door for scripture to be treated as hate speech. Quoting the Bible on marriage, sin, or God's design for sexuality can...
Yeah. That's old news.
Gosh. Nada. But here's the thing, George, right? It's coming back up in the feed. Why is this coming back up? That'd be my question, George.
I don't know. It doesn't matter. This is old news. No one's gonna care.
Yeah, they're gonna care. If they didn't care, why are they bringing it back up?
Because if you can't quote scriptures from the library from
Yeah.
the Bible,
Yeah.
you can't quote scriptures from the Quran.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
What? Yes,
Yep.
you can. You'll find out that it's a double standard. And 2 fingers to your charter, as one would say. Right?
I guess so.
Yeah. New York Post. Trump mocks Barack Hussein Obama's library with an AI image of a site overrun with trash and sprawling homelessness encampments. You know?
Well, yeah, actually, that's going to be more accurate because they won't want people to go to that library.
Yeah. Well, that library is a prison if you look at it, you know? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you know what? I can't unsee that.
Oh, stop. Okay. I think you'll find this next post interesting, George. Gregory K. Bonivo. I have an announcement. My figure of 100 million illegals is incorrect. Kaylee just put out the number that should shock every American. Nearly 7 million H-1B visas since 2015. Former official admitting 80 to 90% of the Indian ones are straight up fraudulent. This isn't a immigration, it's a slow motion takeover. Based on these figures, I recant my figure of 100 million illegal aliens in the country. I now estimate we need to round it up to 106 million. Oh, you don't say.
I think the guy is coming around. It's just that he's very stupid.
Mm-hmm. Like I'm saying, is 150 million is going to be removed. Hey George, what happens when 150 million people are removed from a country that's purportedly 350 million people?
I don't know.
You get 200.
What happens?
You get 200 million people with the need to populate and all this free space that needs to be filled up.
Free space.
Yeah, because you're going to see empty towns, and those towns need people in them. So guess what happens? The simple supply and demands logic come into place. Too much supplies and too little demand equals cheap prices. Hey George, what if the houses markets go down to, hey, you can buy a house for $50,000. Hey, that mortgage 50 years where you can get it, at a very low discount doesn't seem so bad anymore.
That's not bad. I can see that.
And then it goes to the other point of Elon Musk saying we'll need a huge workforce because you're going to have a absent of 150 million people that you're going to need to hold up the economy until you repopulate that figure. Why? Because I did the math, and we lost since 1970 when Roe versus Wade came into effect and Planned Parenthood came into effect, that over 250 million people been killed.
That's a lot of people.
Yeah. It's like 250, but why doesn't it talk in the news? It's called abortions. You're welcome. We killed our replacement population.
Well, we're gonna get eventually replaced by machines like robots.
Robots in disguise transform.
No, they're not gonna be disguised. They're gonna be actual robots.
Yeah, and they transform. Come on, George.
No transforming. They're just actual robots.
Yeah, and they transform, George.
Oh, by the way, what happened to Zelensky?
He transformed into to a president on the run.
Something's going on.
U.S. intelligence reports have reportedly raised concern that Israel is stepping up espionage against American officials involved in the Iran talks. There's a 13% chance that Trump meets with Netanyahu by the end of the month. And there's a 67% it's going to be Zelensky who's going to be meeting with Trump at the end of June.
Oh, has anyone seen Zelensky around?
I don't think Zelensky.
Had he made an appearance?
Not since he was taking a photograph, getting his ass grabbed by the Macrons. Edward T. Wilson, stop scrolling. Do you understand what this fake degree ring actually means to your life? Because most people only think about the visa fraud as a paperwork problem.
What the hell is he talking about?
He's talking about the 100,000 C certificates that weren't for a desk job. They were for medicine, nursing, engineering, IT fields, where a fake credential doesn't steal a job and put somebody in the hospital treating your family. So 10,000 C's is 10% of an estimate total of 900,000 fake degrees still out there attached to real people. So
that explains it all.
So basically, you may be having a doctor, engineer, IT person with a fake degree treating you. So it makes all those sense when you're having those calls. The person that you're talking to doesn't know one lick of what you're saying.
Can I get some water? Okay? Water. 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 Can I get some water, please?
Water.
Waku.
Waka waka waka.
Waka. Waka.
Walk. Colonel Tom Watkins, Nikki Free knows that the federal government is sending grants to the state of Florida to fully reimburse the state. Why wouldn't she share that with you? Because she's a fucking liar. Last status I had, October 25th, 2025. This is Colonel Tom Watkins. I'm just reading verbatim. Florida was approved for the full $608.4 million and requested through a new FEMA detention support grant program. Under DHS, Florida was the sole applicant. Officials, including DeSantis, described this as a reimbursement for the construction, housing, feeding, equipment, and operation at the center. Nikki Free, who was a candidate to trying to run for governor as the Democrat side, says, yes, you're reading this right. DeSantis used $1 billion of Florida taxpayer money to build a detention center that were ultimately shut down.
And?
Nikki, you're really stupid when DeSantis had already said we're being reimbursed by the federal government to do this. You know what's amazing?
I guess English is not her first language.
But listen to this. Meanwhile, we're 50th in the nation for education funding, having an affordable housing crisis, and kicking off kids off of healthcare. Well, that's wonderful about education funding. 50th, meaning that we're paying the least amount, and we're number one in education. Isn't that ironic, George?
That's awesome. You know what that means?
Go ahead.
I don't know what it means, but I'm asking you, do you know what that means?
Yeah, it means that the standard of our education is trumping all the other states, if number one in this country. That means everybody's overpaying for their education.
Uh-oh. I guess it takes an educated person to figure that out.
And then when they're having an affordable housing crisis, maybe if you get rid of the 2 million illegal aliens off the state, there's going to be 200 million affordable housing for our own Floridian citizens. Ever thought about that?
Nope.
And then kicking off kids off of health care. There's youth care. There's Medicare. There's Medicaid. TANF Medicaid, FYI. That will be in there. that just, any kids that are kicked off is because the parents didn't fill out the forms or didn't renew the redetermination and didn't full up.
Well, that blows.
Yeah. So don't put it on the state. People have to be responsible for their own actions and have accountability.
Changes. Changes.
Yeah. Matt, a massive identity theft ring that let nearly 50 illegal migrants work using stolen IDs of real Americans has been taken down, and the employers who did it have been arrested. American employers, a plant manager, and HR are both indicted for knowingly hiring illegal aliens. So this was the story yesterday where they were taking down. We didn't get it. So they were using stolen IDs of real Americans to get by.
Well, that explains why my fake credit card was dinged in the United States.
Yeah. New York Post, no reply should be sent. Scientists issue alien contact protocol after government declassified top secret UFO files.
Bullshit. What a waste.
Yeah, shoot, dumbasses. You already sent the Voyager with a golden disc that has all of our information on there.
Yeah, I know. You know how much that disc is worth now? At least $2,000.
Exactly. $2,000. $12,000. Sasa, I voted for this. Way to go to Santa's. Starting July 1st, Florida will begin rolling out a major change to driver license and state ID cards. Your citizenship status will be now printed directly to the car. The change is part of the HB 991 Florida version of Save American Act, which Governor DeSantis signed in April. Beginning next month, new license and renewal will indicate whether the holder is a U.S. citizen or hold another legal immigration status. Current license holders will not need to make a special trip to the DMV, as the change will be applied automatically at their next renewal or replacement. Anyone who becomes a U.S. citizen can get a free updated card reflecting their new status. Broader law also eliminates students' IDs, retirement community IDs, debit cards, and public assistant ID as acceptable form of voter identification. Candidates running for federal office must now disclose whether they intend to trade stock while in office, and all candidates must affirm U.S. citizenship and disclose any dual citizenship. Uh-oh.
You know what that means?
They're fucked.
Oh, no, even better. When you do two-step verification now,
yeah,
you don't have to go. You don't have to send a two-step verification to your phone. You can send it to your car.
Yeah. Toot, toot. The full suite of voter registration and election code changes takes effect January 1st, 2026, though the driver license provision kicks in next month. Critics says the law will disproportionately burden naturalized citizens and legal resident immigrants, while support call it a common sense modernization of identification standard. How the F would this? I'm sorry. Are you saying that naturalized citizen and legally present migrants? I love this word, legally present migrants, George.
Yep.
For those who don't get it, legally present means that they might be illegal in the future. Oh, man. You wonder, right?
Sometimes it just... You spoke too much.
I spoke too much. That means that we're going to be dinged. We're going to be dinged by YouTube. Eric, awesome. President Trump just dropped the best is yet to come with the President Promenade at the Lincoln Memorial and Triumphant Arch, which will be along the White House ballroom when complete, the greatest structure in Washington. All right, all the work is complete. The great American patriots, primarily from the great state of Oklahoma, plus Doug Burgum, Secretary of Interior, inspecting the very complex but powerful dark blue surface of the reflecting pool prior to submerging it in the clean, beautiful water. It was originally opened in 1922, but never functioned properly. Now it does. Thank you, President Trump. Thank you, Department of Interior. And the best is yet to come with President Pomeroy at the Lincoln Memorial, the Triumphal Arch, which will be, along with the White House ballroom, when completed, the greatest structure in Washington. President Donald J. Trump.
You know, President Ottopan would have been able to do what Trump just did.
He was afraid of the waters, George.
Yep.
Here it is. Oh, by the way, George, my number of what I predicted is coming to pass from last year. The Wall Street Miami Herald is trying to portray this as an unjust crisis. There are 1.6 million illegal aliens in Florida, and an estimated 49,000 are enrolled in community college and university. No other country allows Americans to attend their school without a visa, yet somehow the left thinks we should be letting everyone from around the world attend our school for free. How did the left get such a mess up frame of reference for these things? Because they're globalists. They're people without borders. You know, it's the whole planet Earth, and we're just suckers paying for it. But that's not the point. Hey George, did you see the number of 1.6 million illegal aliens in Florida?
Yeah.
Didn't you know that DeSantis the other week said we got rid of 500,000 illegals from Florida?
Oh, I missed that.
Yeah. So technically, we have 2.1 million illegal aliens in Florida. You know what that means? You multiply that.
It has a lot of mosquitoes.
Yeah, you multiply that by 2 times 50. That's what, 100 million people. You multiply. Yeah, and then you add up all the anchor babies. That's 50 to 60 million people. There's 150 million people. Boom, math checks out. Thank you. Have a nice day.
All right, sure.
But
you know what?
Go ahead.
All that in Florida?
Mm-hmm.
I find that highly unusual.
Yeah.
Because as we know, the majority of Floridians are poor people. Exactly. The only rich people are the ones who are coming in from outside the country.
Exactly. Hendred. Andrew Jackson destroyed the second bank of the United States in 1836, delivering the single greatest blow to the financial tyranny in American history. You won't hear this story told correctly in any economic textbooks because it reveals how the central banking works as a government-sponsored cartel that redistribute wealth from the productive citizens to politically connected bankers. The second bank held a 20-year federal charter starting in 1816. You know why that's significant, 1816?
Well, hold on. 1860. Yes. I remember now.
Go ahead.
It's the year after 1859.
That is true. But here's the thing, right?
Go on.
This is 4 years after a war. You may remember as the War of 1812.
Yeah.
You know why the War of 1812 happened?
Because the people enacting it are like not remembering proper history.
Right. So the War of 1812 happened because we got rid of the first bank.
Yeah, that's right.
Because we had to pay for a little thing called the American Revolution. So we had to charter a first bank of the United States. And the federal charter ended in 18 1812, and we decided we're not going to have a first bank anymore. And that's when London attacked through Canada, and that's where Canadian soldiers and regulars came and burned down the White House. Also, where we got our Star Spangled banner.
Really?
Yeah, because the guy was like, "Oh, as long as the flags still stand, we're good. If it falls, we're sunk." And when he looked up, the flag was still standing. So he's like, "We held out from the siege, and we're going to survive this." All right. So the second bank started in 1816, forcefully because of the War of 1812. It controlled the money supply, issued currency, and held government deposits. Sound familiar? Nicholas Biddle, the bank president, wielded more economic power than any elected figure. He could trigger financial panic at will by restricting credit, which is why he had the runoff multiple times, and inflation, and also minor depressions. Economic depression, I mean. He bought newspaper, bribed congressmen, and when Jackson opposed the recharter in 1832, Biddle deliberately crashed the economy to punish him. Jackson called it a hydra of corruption, and he was right. The bank created artificial booms through credit expansion, then triggered busts when politically convenient. Biddle openly bragged about manipulating the market, free market economics, and Jackson both recognized a core insight. This was legalized counterfeiting with the government backing, not a free market backing. So all those socialists saying, "Hey, capitalist bad," no, this is what you've been fighting for, and you don't even know it. You pieces of dumb crap. The political establishment united against Jackson. Henry Clay, Daniel Webster, and the entire Whig Party defended the bank. Those are an important figure because they also led the separatist movement and pro-slavery as well, and stroked the fires to like, hey, we're going to, secede from the Union and become Confederate people because we want, money and power. Biddle spent millions buying influence. The press attacked Jackson as an economic ignoramus. Every respectable voice supported recharter. Jackson stood alone with the American people. After Jackson killed the bank, the country experienced the strongest economic growth in history. From 1837 to 1862, America operated without a central bank. Industry flourished, wages rose, innovation exploded. This wasn't a coincidence. When you stop subsidizing financial speculation and let productive capital find its natural home, prosperity follows. Central banks don't stabilize the economy, they destabilize them for private gains. Also, Jackson had a beef with central bankers. They killed his son through poison, and then killed his wife through campaigns, mudslinging so vicious that she died from the viciousness of it. Yeah, he had a bone to pick with all those guys. Also, he was the first president to be impeached by Congress. Any comments, George?
Yeah, I got a couple. First of all, everyone says history will repeat itself.
That's already happening.
Yeah, it's already happening. But
what
people don't say is, I haven't heard it mentioned at all. History will re-expose itself.
Well, history is a serial flasher.
Well, yeah, I totally dig what you're saying, but history is written in the books by the victor.
Yeah.
But America has not been victorious since 150 years. They've been constantly under attack, constantly.
Yeah.
So what we're looking at is history coming out of the woodwork
Mm-hmm.
and saying, "Hey guys, did you know?" And then insert,
Mm-hmm.
item.
You know what I see? Or this experiment, they've been trying to topple our nation.
Oh
Okay.
yeah,
Let me try to phrase it more eloquently. Our founders made such a robust constitution and government structure that it has taken them almost 200 years to try to topple them. And even now, where you think everything is being controlled and manipulated, it only took Trump to reverse that. 200 years worth of planning, money, lives lost to reverse that in a decade, more or less. Because if you think because what are you talking about? We haven't won anything. Trump hasn't done anything. It's been bragging about it. If Trump hasn't won and done any changes, do you think our voices would be able to be talking on X? It would still be Twitter. We would be kicked off Twitter and we would be relegated to nowhere, to the boonies, basically. YouTube would have already destroyed the channel from the orbit. People talking and mentioning things like, "Oh, as we talked about this years," they wouldn't be able to say things.
yep.
People are becoming more emboldened to point out the corruption. That lets you know the good guys are winning. Because if the good guys weren't winning, you wouldn't be able to say this. You think people are able to say bad things about Israel, George? Did you remember in the last 50 years, 60 years, anybody talking bad about Israel?
Yeah.
And what happened to
They are all not around.
Exactly. And now everybody's talking about Israel and they're still around. So if that isn't the greatest tell, I don't know what is. Oh, we're building a unity bridge with Russia, George?
Yeah, again, it's one of those things, man.
We're talking about the
No big
Vatican and we're talking
deal,
about the city of London. How many people knew about the city of London control? You mentioned, they were controlling our education, off the air. How many people knew about that?
A lot.
A lot. Only the people that were in the know, in the club.
Hey, it's like, oh my gosh, what can we do? What can we do? Well, young whippersnapper, you can just learn a little about your history so you don't repeat it.
Yes.
Or learn about your history so that you can see the evils that are around you.
Right.
Or just learn a little bit of history. That way, when the Giza aliens come back for their toys that they left underneath the pyramid, at least you'll be able to communicate with them properly.
Yeah.
Is this legit?
Yeah. It's William Howard Taft riding a water buffalo while serving as governor of the Philippines. For a while, the Philippines were our territory.
Yeah, what happened with that? How did you end up losing, such an easy thing?
Because we had bad actors in our government and caused them to be lost.
Gosh. It was easy, man. It's the Philippines. It's like pocket change.
It's pocket change. It should have been ours. It should have been the next Hawaii,
Yeah.
So what happened is that a little thing called World War II happened, right?
Oh, wow. You classify it as little? Sure.
Yeah, a little thing called World War II. The Japanese took control of the Philippines during the war. We had to take them back. And by that time, our governors, our politicians said it's too much expense to maintain a territory like the Philippines that far away. So
we could have just sold coconuts and made up for it.
Yeah, it's a beautiful thing, right? And basically, they said, hey, after we took the Philippines from the Japanese, the Philippines decided we're going to be independent, right? And they became independent. We're kind of like, whatever. I don't really care. We don't really care.
Yep.
So that's pretty much what happened. So 1964, they became independent, and basically that's basically was like we were going to be independent, and because we just fought a war, about democracy, we couldn't, say, yeah, you can't do that, right? Everybody was
Bro, you
tired.
can't do that, bro.
Yeah, it's like you can't be a hypocrite, bro. You said you're fighting for independence of democracy and all that. What are you gonna do, bro? What are you gonna do? And the United States like, fuck. Okay, get your measly independence.
You pasties.
You Asian Spanish hybrids. with a weird language telelogue.
Language challenged hippies.
Yes. But that's why the Philippines is in likes the United States, because we're like, we had them, they took it from us, and then we took it back, and then they said, okay, we want to be independent. It was like, okay, you want to join the United States? No, we'll be independent. Okay, cool. You're not. It's strategically important.
Strategic.
Alpha Wood. Yeah. Alpha Wolf. In Japan's cabinet press conference, a reporter loudly recited the Quran versus Pressure Minister Onada Kimi to change the law for Islamic burial. The minister, firm and clear response, says nobody can cross the Japanese culture. If you want burials, go back to your homelands.
Whoopsie.
Yeah, it's like, it's like, this is our land. Go F yourself.
This land is my land. This land is your land. This land was made for you and me.
Yeah.
I wonder if YouTube's gonna. I sang that, perfectly.
It's not. It's a cover song, right?
And cover me. I'm going in.
Exactly. Fetterman 9 vows to ditch the hoodie for a suit if Grand Platter proves he didn't send pic dicks to minors.
Oh, that's an easy proof. Come on, man, do it. Let's see Fetterman in a suit.
Exactly. If Fetterman is in a suit, then he that sir did send some dick pics. So, Jack Pasovic took the kids down to the reflecting pool last night, and they couldn't believe there's 2 Washington monuments now.
Wait, 2? Wait, but I thought there was only 1 Washington monument.
The reflection. Yeah.
True, Mama. There's gonna be.
So you see right here. There you go.
That's fucking beautiful.
Yeah. You know what's going to be amazing? Because people have been doing a rumor that Trump is thinking of changing the monument, making it bigger, right? But making it to the cross.
Holy smokes.
Yeah, but it's just a rumor. Can't tell if it's true or not.
I can.
Can you?
Yeah, I can tell it's not true.
The Philippines liked William Taft as governor when it was under control.
Boom, 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 boom,
Boop, 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 boop.
boom, boom.
Let's see. I think that's it. I think we should end it on a positive note. Every
Okay,
other
sounds good.
every
I'm
other
very
story,
positive about this.
yeah, every other story is sad.
No sad.
So
No
sad.
sad. No
So sad.
No, no sad.
George, it's so sad. You know, we should have kept the Philippines. We should have
No
said,
sad.
"Hey guys, you instead of going independent and going to a military dictatorships and having all that trouble, why don't you just become a state? It'll be awesome. You'll be part of the United States. You'll have your own language. You'll keep your own culture, but you'll just be overlaying with the integration of being American. You'll be one of the powerful nations on Earth, and nobody will be messing on you. Believe
Very
it.
powerful.
Yeah, they'll be calling you Bigger Hawaii, because that's what you look like, Bigger Hawaiis. Even though they use your country as Vietnam, because of Vietnam doesn't look as pretty as you guys do. All right. I think Hathawa. George, what's your final thoughts?
Yep.
All right, thank you to lurkers and bots. Thank you to everybody else. See you tomorrow. We're going to be watching a movie that George will randomly select, and we'll have some fun. Until then, bye.
I believe that together we can make America great again. I believe